Hi everyone. This morning I'm out touring with my author friends Belinda Boring and KAMERY Solomon, my best friend and daughter, and some lovely readers who have joined me, who have been readers of mine since the beginning of my career. And we are taking a trip to Vanceland today. We're currently at the head of the road that leads down into Oak Creek Canyon. Those of you who have read my Witches and Warlocks series will know that Oak Creek Canyon was Vance's favorite place to go and think things out when his mind was troubled, or, you know, just to take Portia and make out with her or something. Anyway, excuse me, I will be sharing video and pictures from our trip today as a special tribute to the Witches and Warlocks series, celebrating 5-year anniversary of the first book coming out. So keep watching. Okay, we are in Oak Creek Canyon now, in the first of Witches and Warlocks book, The Trouble Spells. Right down here, there's a little creek, and you can't see it because we're just out of sight, but there's a little road that crosses the creek, and that is where Vance used to drive his motorcycle up, and then he would park partway and go up into the rocks behind us. This is where he would think when he was troubled. He took Portia there. The binding spell that was a big thing with that series, that was all performed up here in these rocks behind us. So another little piece of Vanceland. So for those of you who are from way back when, you will recognize my daughter KAMERY. KAMERY was the very first ever Portia on my book cover, and her husband was the very first Vance. I'll post a picture of the cover that they're on together. But yes, Vance, the original, is here somewhere up by the cars. Anyway, what was it like to be on your book?
What was it like to be on a book? Well, back then, cover models weren't like a huge deal
like they are today.
like they are now. So I didn't really do anything. I remember someone asked me to sign something once and I was like, oh, that's kind of cool, you know. And we did the covers before we were married. So now we're married, we've had 2 kids.
So it worked out.
It worked out really great. And I was at a convention just a couple months ago, and somebody came up with a book that had my picture on it and asked me to sign it, and I was like, yes!
I was so excited. I was like, this is original.
Because now cover models are a big deal, and I was like, I was a cover model.
And they recognized
and they recognized me. But it was a lot of fun. That was back when I had first started taking pictures and stuff, and so we needed some coaching, and now we probably wouldn't need coaching. Now she'd just tell us to make out, and then they'd be like, we have to leave, we'll be back later.
Get a room.
Get a room.
Well, thank you. We love having you on the covers. Hi everyone, now we're in Sedona, Arizona at the Sedona High School, home of the Scorpions, People will remember this football field was featured during Brad's football games in the book. And this is where Vance taught Portia how to levitate. And there's buildings back over here. I don't know if you can see them very well. The roofs are rounded, and there's scenes that talked about them jumping across the buildings and stuff like that. So this is where this all happened. And this field is cool because it's kind of all set down into the ground in the side of the hill. So bleachers are on the side of the hill. Anyway, fun school to play at. We kicked their ass.
But now I just picture him and going, okay,
This
it's your turn.
is
He just goes up and
the baseball field that Vance and Brad meet up on the field together for the first time, and Vance blows everyone away. So I'm sitting quietly in my car. Everybody is inside a little fast food restaurant right now, getting food after our day of fun. We went to some more places, did a little fun researching at one of the New Age shops in Sedona. I got some, that was a little clue to something that's going to happen in the new Witches and Demons series. So I got some of the research material for some of the future books after Coven that are coming up, and I'm so excited for the story. So I hope you guys are excited too. This little trip through Vanceland it helped bring all that to the forefront, fresh in my memory, and got me all excited for the story again. Anyway, it was fun to get to experience this with these reader friends of mine, and I am so happy for the connection I was able to make with them. So stay tuned for more fun things on A Day in My Life. Bye.